folks, welcome to another edition of Luthier's Lair. Pardon me, I have a monstrous head cold right now, considering what else is going on. Last thing I need. But anyway, let's get on with this. This will be part 9, I believe, of the series that details Project Jonas, which is a highly customized Gazzbass Quintessence build. Quintessence, I should say. See what I mean? Anyway, in this edition we will be polishing the body, and we will also get the frets installed on the fingerboard. Let's hope to get all that done in this episode. And without much further ado, let's go and get on with it. Okay, I had put 3 coats of 2K polyurethane on this, and I have left it to cure. Now, there was a little break actually in the making of this base because I have a very ill wife, as you might know if you follow me on social media and stuff. But it's got to a point where I can grab some time now and get this base finished. Yeah, so I scuffed this back to 320 grit because I wasn't sure that it was going to be thick enough, the coat thick enough to do a final polish on. So I got it all scuffed back to 320 using the good old P320 grit sandpaper there. Whole body done. Now I'm going to give it a denatured alcohol wash, and we'll put 3 more coats on this today because it's Thanksgiving today, and not a lot of thanks being given right now, but we'll get this done. Yeah, so I'll just wash this down and we'll get it rigged up, and I'll go spray it. I probably won't video the spraying. You've probably seen me do spray stuff before, so let's go get this done. Okie dokie, now that all the surfaces that required it have had 2K polyurethane applied, it's now time, 48 hours later, to wet sand, level sand. And I like to use mineral spirits to do so because it evaporates quickly and it's not as, it doesn't get into the bare wood like water does. If you use water, usually you'll get swelling in the wood and stuff. It's not desirable, but you can see there that the 2K is on there, nice and shiny. Oh, there you go, there you go. And it's a little wriggly, but that'll flatten out. Okay, so I'm going to start with P800 grit on this. Almost kind of wear a glove. This, you know, you don't want mineral spirits on your hands. If it was water, then fine, but you know, like I said, I mean, there's no harm in using water as long as you can protect the bare pieces of wood from absorbing the water. But mineral spirits just does fine, you know. So take that. I should have put a glove on the other hand, right? Anyway, we take that P800. It's nice and wet. It's been soaking in there for about half an hour. Some people like to soak overnight, and then we'll just gently, circular motions, gently start sanding the surface right into these corners here. And it shouldn't take too much really. Get this all smoothed out to 800. After the 800, I will use like 1500, then probably go to 3000 via 2000. Oh, look at that. Yeah, now I can see where I need to sand with the 800. It's all good. And you just keep going like that, and the same applies to the body. I'm going to be doing the same with the body. I'll show a little clip of that as well. But the head slot's going to be pretty quick. Should get done with it within half an hour, all polished up. The body will take about 4 hours. So it's intensive, but that's the way it works. Okay, back soon. Yes, okay, flat sanded to 3000 grit. Now I'm going to go and start the polishing process. Norton's liquid ice is meant to work on 1200 grit flat sanded and above, but I like to go to 3000. Sometimes I go to 5000, just depending. Let's get a glove on here. Let's get this, and this is a 3M buffing pad for a drill. This is like the medium. I don't start with the hard cut really if I can afford to get away with it. I'll just squeeze some of this polishing compound onto the pad. Let's see if it comes out. Whoa, there we go. Just a little bit there, and just a tiny couple of dots on here really, like that. And then what I usually do is just sort of smear that on, but I'll rub this in to the pad. It's the glove. Get that all off the glove. Shop towel to the rescue. Bada bing, bada boom, as they say. Drill on medium pace, and let's start buffing. Not too much pressure required. That's the first pass really. As you can see, it's gone into the engraving and in the holes and stuff. That's okay. It dries off and it flakes off, but you know, it's best to wipe off the excess. And what I should have done really is this. I should put the headstock like that. Hold on a minute. And should have got a clamp. And just clamp it down to the workbench, you know, so it doesn't spin out of control all the time. I can still use, I mean, that's pretty solid, so. Okay, and then just take a shop towel. Come along here and just wipe off this excess, and you can see that's coming up beautifully now. Very nice, very nice. So we'll do that. I'm going to do the other side, and then we'll flip it again. We'll use a finer polishing compound once we've cleaned all that stuff out. Now I do have some good cleaner from the chemical guys, who are an awesome company, and we can spray that on. But first of all, we're going to get this gunk out of here, and I'll just use cotton swab for this. Just put some down there, get all that crap out of there. Doesn't need to be there. Makes it easier in the long run. Of course, you know, you can always sort of Dremel this out. It's no problem. It's soluble in this stuff, and just spray some of that on there. Get a clean part of this shop towel and give it a wipe. Now the stuff that's in the engraving here, don't worry about that either. What we'll do is we'll use a soft toothbrush, like so. And we shall spray some of that stuff in there, and that will all come out pretty easily after the fact. If I just make it loose just now, I'm going to save myself a lot of work once it dries out. And there you go. No problems. Fantastic. Yes. So that's all there is to it really. It's the same thing with the fine polishing compound, so yeah, the same applies to the body as well. So catch you soon. Okay, test fit time after all the finish is complete. Might do a little more polishing, I don't know, we'll see. So let's test fit the neck, make sure it still fits. We have a little tiny lip here, which is okay. So let's go. Oh. And as you can see, the neck is supporting itself. That's how tight the fit is. Oh. And with this tightness of fit, we should be able to drill the locating holes into the heel of the neck here from the back of the body. But before I even do that, I am going to start installing the frets in the neck, because, you know, installing frets in the neck will slightly change the shape of the neck. But that's the next thing to do, is to get those frets in there. And per request, we have gold alloy fret wire right here, which I will radius to 16 inches, which is the radius of this neck, and we'll get them in there. We're getting pretty close now, pretty close. Back soon. So here we are then, ready to get this fingerboard fretted. Pre-radius to 16 inches, cut to length in my fret holder here. So simple thing. Take one of the frets there, this is the second fret, I've already done the first fret. And I'll use this clamp device here with the caul on it with a 16-inch radius. That will bend it further into shape, so we just place the fret like so in the slot, and oh, silly Billy. Yes, now some people like to put a line of cyano in there. I don't do that particularly myself, but it's fine. Put it under the middle there, get the caul down, even on each side of the fret, and press, and then it goes. That's it really. I'm going to do that 22 more times, going up the fingerboard there, putting the frets in, making sure they're all level afterwards. We will need levelled and recrowned anyway. That's how I always do that. So that's it. Let's get them all done. See? Okay, the frets are all tapped in. Looks pretty even to me so far. A couple of high ones there, you can see, but they're going to get flat sanded down to this radius here, 16 inches, and after that, well, I'm going to snip them first, and of course We use the fret snips for that. Yes. These buggers. These big monsters. Rah, 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 rah. And we'll just nip off the ends. We'll get them all leveled out using a nice beveled file. I'm going to show you in the next segment. And then just tap them down with a rubber mallet as well. Just make sure they're in there. They're in there. So, yeah. Next step, snipping all this off. That's kind of boring to show, but I'll do that. Won't show that. And then we'll get the radius block on them, get them completely level, and then we'll re-crown them. Great. Right, all the frets are in. Just using this, like I said, and here is what we do. We will put the fret cutter right on the edge there, right on the edge. Be careful not to get right into the wood. It's angled sort of down that way, so I get a bevel anyway. I'll lift it and I will just pull down and snip, and there you go. Okay, and I'll do that 48 times. 24 this side, 24 that side. We'll get that all trimmed up, then we'll get our file, our angle file, to put bevels on it, and just, well, we'll straighten up first with a perpendicular file with a guide on it, and then we will bevel it at 45 degrees or maybe even 60 degrees, just depending. Let's make them smooth though, because that will cut your hands to shreds. Cool. That's it for part 9. Hope you enjoyed that part. It's very productive, and in the next part probably we're going to be starting the electronics and get the base kind of assembled. First off though, I'll probably show you level sanding the frets and recrowning them before I do anything else. So, like I say, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like what I'm doing here on the channel, please consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Helps me out a lot. Give me a thumbs up and ring that bell for notifications of any future uploads that I'll be doing. Just remains for me to say, as usual, be good, stay safe, and be good, and stay safe, and be good. Thanks for watching, folks. Cheers. Bye-bye.